I like that way too much.
I was like, hold on, wait, it says live.
Let's say hello to everybody who's live in chat. If you're watching on the replay, the first 2 or 3 minutes every day is me saying hello to people who watch live at 9:15 Central Time, 10:15 Eastern Time, Monday through Saturday, when we talk Disney news and stuff on what we call Good Morning Disney. First one in the house, about an hour early. Andy with an O. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Just making sure you reserved a spot.
If you're still here waiting an hour, you rock.
Amazing.
And I appreciate it. That makes me feel amazing. Oh, snap production also 40 minutes early. That's crazy. Big Disney fan, Keith in the house, Andy Norris in the house. What's going on, my friend Dean? Turkey Lakes to Bancroft. I think I'm going to be seeing Dean in my editing today. Just saying.
Oh.
A couple other people too, but he's the first one I see in chat here.
That's fun.
Kadani Sean in the house. By the way, thanks for being a member, Dean and Kadani Sean. Have fun with those emojis that are down there for you. It's just fun to see those silly emojis. I love them, and we'll have some more as soon as we get some more people in there. Jack Sandy Claus, Logan in the house. What's going on? AJC Magic. That's Amy in the house. What's going on? What's going on?
Happy Thursday.
My mama in the house. Yes, what's going on? Of course, it bounced right there. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, I guess I went too far back.
Good.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, there we go. Let me get back caught up in chat. Kay Atwood in the house, what's going on? Hey guys, working, so not able to chat. Just Ninja Watch. I appreciate you being here, Kay. Andy is still here. I love that, man. I'm always here. I love that you're always there, buddy. I really do. Mar in Memphis in the house, what's going on? I think you connected with a Mar in Memphis friend and or family yesterday.
Did,
yeah,
kind of briefly. She was
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kadani Sean using those emojis. I love it. We got news and we got stuff. Let's get to it right now. News and stuff. Disney news and stuff.
Disney.
We have some non-Disney news and stuff too, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's start with the not Disney news. Man, there's a big hurricane that hit.
I know.
As Texans were watching it, it's to our east. We're not even getting rain. I'm looking at clouds out the window.
I was hoping to get some rain.
Yeah, it's missing us totally.
Beautiful light show overnight.
We did. It wasn't anything related, however, to the hurricane.
But we had a gorgeous light show.
But I had like 7 people message me last night. Thank you for caring. We're nowhere near it. We're up in Fort Worth. It's way on the bottom coast.
We're way north of it.
Where Texas meets Louisiana, that's where it hit. And a little town of Cameron with only about 600 people who live there is, I believe, where the epicenter came in. We'll talk a little bit more hurricanes later if we have some extra time. I've got a bunch of Disney news. And then I don't always have. I often have a little non-Disney story that I'll throw in if we have extra time, which we hardly ever get to. But we might get to it today. We'll see. Went to high-pitched squeal. Audio went weird, Jeff. Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Is it still weird?
Quiet. Bad audio.
Uh-oh. High-pitched squeal. Can't hear you with a high-pitched squeal. Audio issues. Beep. Audio went weird, Jeff.
That's weird.
I'm checking, guys.
Okay, we don't have anything fancy hooked up, so that's kind of weird.
Can't hear very good. You want to grab that and we can hook that up? I don't know what it is, so I don't know, but we can certainly put in the other hangout with us, people. I need that. I need you to set that down right in front where my right arm is. Everybody hang out for a minute, and we'll see if we can get that fixed. I don't know if you guys can hear me yet, but I'm just trying to change it from one microphone to another. Is that better? I have now changed my mic. Am I the only one that hears that high tone, or are they not as loud? Has that been better? Did you blow out the speakers? Can anybody tell me? It's an ear-piercing screech, probably scaring dogs a block away.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
It stopped. So there's a little bit of a delay, it's like 15 to 20 seconds, and I changed the mic, so I've been waiting to see. Good morning. ATGH fixed it. Okay, so it's interesting. So it must be the mic on the Logitech. Interesting. Hey, Pete, what's going on? So just to verify, audio is good now because all I did was I changed from the Logitech mic to the, what is this, Blue Yeti mic. Better? Okay, so the Blue Yeti mic is good. So just remind me, I'll remember probably now that I'm asking you to remind me, it was something with the Logitech mic I'll have to test it afterwards. I'm going to be live. It's a good time to segue. Pete McDevitt is in the chat. Everybody say hi to Pete on his show tonight, NFL Watch Party. Yeah, we're going to have our fantasy football draft tonight. So NFL Watch Parties every Thursday night. We talk football during football season. If there's a football season, we watch football and we talk during the games. During the off season, we just spend an hour and have fun. Tonight is our fantasy football draft with a lot of your favorite Disney YouTubers, my favorite Disney YouTubers, and that should be a lot of fun. So I'll just have to remember the Blue Yeti's working. I hope the Logitech's not that old, but whatever. I don't want to make you guys listen to me think about it. I'll worry about it later. You're more bass than before. It's a different mic. Yeah, I didn't set up anything. I just had her grab it and plugged it in. I didn't test anything. So yeah. So anyway, let's get to the Disney news and stuff. If you're not hearing the high-pitched squeal, that's good. So Disney news and stuff, here we go. So the hurricane hit. It hit down in a little town called Cameron, only with 600 people. It's nowhere near us. Thank you very much. The big news of the day could have been 3 or 4 things. I put on the thumbnail, one ugly sucker. Let's talk about it. So here, you know what? Let's share the screen so you guys can see what. Oh, man, now I'm having. There we go.
Like what? Let's not have any
going on all at once. All right, we're going to share my screen so you can see. You can see what I see. Da-na-na-na. Is that Don't Sing Christmas Songs music guy in here?
Haven't seen him.
Da-na-na-na-na. All right. Do you see what I see? WDW News Today. Yes, you do. This guy you don't want dating your daughter. Look at him. You could tell by the neck tattoos that he's running for city council. Florida man accused of threatening to kill Epcot security guard due to issues with face mask rules. As you may be aware by now, at Walt Disney World, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read it to you. Dude gets pissed because they don't have the right mask. They tell him, hey, you got to put on a new mask. Interacts with security. Security says, go put on a new mask. All right. So they all go wherever they go. They put on the new mask.
They go to their car, change out their masks, and come back.
Except for one kid in the group still has the same mask that doesn't work.
Right.
At which point the guy has an altercation with the security guard, including punching him in the head and threatening to kill him, which makes him a high IQ individual. So that's there. You know, a couple months ago, we had idiot bring a couple guns in the diaper bag at Epcot. Now we got neck tattoo guy. And by the way, if you have a neck tattoo, I mean, I don't want to totally assume, but you're probably an idiot. All right. So you got your family.
What about the piercing on his cheek?
I mean, you know.
Way up on his face. That's.
You don't like that?
It's not my favorite.
I mean, they say not to make fun of people, but you do that to get made fun of.
You're advertising.
You do that so people will not expect anything from you. According to the Orlando Sentinel, Enrico Toro, 35, is accused of hitting an Epcot security guard in the head and threatening to kill him after he was repeatedly reminded to follow the new face mask rules. Toro is charged with misdemeanor battery. Disney released a statement. I'm going to release a statement right now. Don't be a jerk. There you go. My statement over their statement. I don't know. I don't know why the world is so stupid right now. I think that there was a big fraction of the planet that was pretty dumb at one point, but boy, we have taken the let's get super stupid pill lately. And this one makes me mad. I love our cast members. I love employees in general. You know, my employees at our store get yelled at sometimes, and
daily. There
seems to be this thought in a very small percentage of society, but boy, are they vocal and loud, that if you abuse people, you get what you want. So for anyone who has any authority, can you stop giving in to the abusers? Can you just protect your employees by saying, hey, loser, I don't want your business? It's crazy. And that's what I'm sure Disney did here. Drives me nuts. Let me get caught up in chat real fast.
I mean, honestly, I'm glad they went ahead and pressed charges because so many people won't.
It's usually up to the cast member, and they're encouraged to do it. Of course it is. Of course it is.
There has to be consequences to this crazy behavior.
The world thinks they can get away with being abusive.
Because they've been allowed to.
Correct.
Right.
It's crazy. Nothing says upper middle management more than a face piercing. You know what it really says? Like, I hope to be funny, but I also hope to be right on the money. If you have a face tattoo and a face piercing and a neck tattoo, you're announcing to the world, don't expect anything from me.
Yeah.
And that's why they do it. It's actually a sign of weakness, even though they pretend like it's strength. They want to not be told to do anything. They want to tell their mom, I'm a loser. Stop thinking I need a job. Tell me I'm wrong. That's right. Oh man, I just invited that guy to our fantasy league. Good. He needs some me in his life. What were they thinking, Pete? Oh, good. They weren't out for the turkey legs then. Exactly. Not really. I will never. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, jump. I will never enter the Magic Kingdom again until the mask requirement is gone, says Faith Walker Todd. Faith Walker Todd, that's a fun name. Makes me think of Skywalker and church. Those are two of my favorite things. So I like your name, Todd. Neck Tattoo is deeply addicted to body art. It's deeply addicted to I don't want to work, in my opinion. I've learned to not judge tats, but honestly, why would you do that? My best friend in the world is a tattooed freak. Who am I talking about? Andy. My best friend in the world has more tattoos than I have baseball cards. Really? Not really. But I tell him to his face. It does do things. And the world has changed, but you got a neck tattoo, you're saying something, whatever. The stupid have come out of the caves. People are badder, which is not good. Most companies are receiving my money instead. Yes, should press charges. Pete's going to have him on the hot seat. Yeah, whatever. My face is the image of God. Covering it would be a sin. Ooh, Faith Walker Todd. I don't think he minds art. I don't think he minds little makeup. I don't know that I think it's a sin to put something on your face.
She's talking about a face mask. She was talking about it because she's waiting and not going until face masks are removed.
Pretty sure Todd's a dude.
Oh, well, Faith Walker Todd.
I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
I
looked at Faith.
I'm going to go with God is not looking for reasons to judge us. I'll stick with that. So anyway, let's keep moving on. I think that's enough on that stupid front. Let's go with the reservation system. Can you guys see it? Did I keep the share going? I think I did. Pretty sure I did.
You're in a Best Buy commercial right now.
He's already in the hot seat with the law. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Disney Parks chairman, park reservation system is here to stay. This is a big one. A lot of people a lot of people think they get a vote on this one. I think that's kind of funny. I really do. Disney Parks Experience and Products Chairman Josh D'Amaro, who's been the topic of our discussion a bunch of times on the show recently spoke with some guy about the reopening of its theme parks, not only domestically, but around the world. He talks about the broad range of topics from how Disney parks are an economic driver of local small businesses to how Disney is implementing safety measures to mitigate the risk of COVID in the park. I like this kind of stuff. This is on blogmickey.com. Again, give credit where credit's due. I'm just reading from blogmickey.com, so go check them out if you want to hear all the details. I'm not reading every little word. I like the business of Disney, and if you like that, you're going to like the show because we talk about it a couple times a week. And I like Josh. I don't know this Josh guy, but I like him. He walks around the parks. He interacts with people. He tells people what's going on. And there's a lot of freaking out around this. So the technology doesn't only help us during the time of pandemic, he said, but I also think it actually leads to a better cast and guest experience. So these are things that are helping us now, but I think they're here to stay. The reason I thought I would talk about the story is I love cast members, I love Disney, and I love annual pass holders. I think that the pass holders have a bad rap, and probably rightfully so, because they kind of bitch and moan about every little thing that's a change. I think what I hear is, I don't like change. Don't change anything. You promised me this. You told me this. You owe me this. And it drives me crazy, and I make fun of it, including some of my very favorite people. I think the thought that you have a voice in everything is the immaturity of all time. Let me say that again. The thought that because I X, you have to Y makes you unhappy and crazy. I think Disney, Walmart, our store, they make the best decisions they can with the hope and idea that it's good for their employees, cast members, and customers, annual pass holders and the such.
Right.
But every now and then in my store, every now and then annual pass holders think they get a vote. And of course they do. You get to vote with your feet. You get to vote with your dollar. This park system is something that they think is going to do better. And everybody on the planet knows this. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Change sometimes works and sometimes doesn't.
Right.
But everybody flips their lid for change because I think they're dumb.
It's just because they're comfortable in what has been done.
It drives me crazy when somebody makes a decision after no thought or much thought, and then the world thinks they're supposed to attack it. It drives me crazy. D'Amaro listed the variety of technologies in place now, such as mobile order, contactless menus, and the Disney Park Pass reservation system. The Disney Park Pass reservation system requires guests to reserve a visit in the theme parks ahead of their arrival, and sometimes weeks or months ahead for the annual pass holders, which makes the pass holders freak the heck out. What do you think about it while I check out chat?
Well, I'm just wondering how, like, are we not going to go back to park hopping? Because you have to have if you have to get your reservation, do you go in and get reservation for 2 parks that day? Or I don't know. I haven't had to make a reservation yet. But I'm just wondering how that would work.
I don't know that I think it's that empty. I mean, it's empty comparative to before. I think it's Faith Walter Todd. I think it's empty because people are not going out yet. I mean, my face is, oh yeah, I read that already. He was already in the hot seat. Okay, I guess I'm behind. I think I was in the gold chain. Getting ready for work while I listen. I appreciate you, Dean. Good morning, Hitchhiking Bones in the house. What's going on? Triple D in the house. Detroit Disney duo. I'm glad you're here. You're a stockholder. That's right. And it's going up today, by the way. Can you get rid of the split screen?
She doesn't want to see what you're saying.
You don't want to see what I'm saying? Fine.
There we go.
Fine, I can do that. Yeah, we'll go back in a minute. So there you go. I don't know. I definitely have a strong opinion about people who think they can tell other companies what to do. It drives me batty. And I try to, when I have a position, whether it's a friend or I have a position of authority, I try to explain to people, nobody's out to get you, man. Nobody's out to get you. You know, I had a relative, rhymes with dad. Is that plugged in?
Yeah.
Are you positive this is plugged in?
Yes.
Who used to flip out all the time and used to think that everyone was out to get him. The waitress was out to get him. The taxi driver was out to get him. I think that's a sign of psychosis and craziness and selfishness, and it drives me batty. And I think that we need to remember people aren't out to get you. People are doing what they think is best. It's actually super freaking arrogant to think that somebody's out to get you. And annual pass holders, I love you guys. I used to be one, but boy, this is crazy. They're not trying to screw anybody. They're trying to do the best thing. And it's like when the Magic Band thing happened, everybody's freaking out. Now people love it. True or false? People collect Magic Bands, including me. True or false?
Yeah.
People were freaking out, but they all forget that. Hey, Hannah, how are you? Good morning, my friend. We're having a great day. So this will only be in place until after the pandemic is over. That's not what Josh D'Amaro just said. That's what we were just reading. Let's move on. Disneyland releases statement on removal of Zippity Doo-Dah. Do you like that song? Zippity Doo-Dah is a good channel to check out.
My childhood.
Yeah. One of the iconic songs. Straight from InsideTheMagic.net, it wasn't long ago that Disney announced they would be retheming the Splash Mountain theme park attraction at both Anaheim and Orlando. From the controversial film Song of the South to the 2009 Princess and the Frog, Disneyland Resort has quietly removed the famous song Zippity Doo-Dah, which is also played throughout Splash Mountain from the Disneyland Resort Esplanade music loop. So the courtyard area in between Disneyland and DCA used to have a bunch of songs,
right.
And where it was, it's gone. I find that interesting. The iconic song, which is loved by many, was taken off of the music loop, which constantly plays in the courtyard area between the two theme parks. What say you? What say you? I'm not surprised at all. I'll lead with this one.
No, it
I
doesn't
love the
surprise
song,
me.
but everybody knows this is coming.
I mean, it's a fun song. But yeah, I expected that they would remove it.
I love the song. I'll always sing the song. Here's the thing. There's so many songs that they can put there. Why do one from a movie that you guys don't even know and you don't? Like, it's only in the story. It's only in the news right now because it's in the news right now, but most people don't know what that's from.
Right.
It is what it is. I don't think they should remove the song. It's part of Disney, but it's Disney's. It's theirs to decide. It's not like they don't have enough content. If they slipped out a song from Pinocchio, no one would even notice. Do you agree?
Probably.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's bowing to the political winds, or do you think it's we're taking it out of the intellectual property of Splash Mountain? We might as well get something else in there, or a little
It's
both.
bowing to the political winds.
You think so?
Yes.
Mark says, sounds like my son-in-law out to get him and mess up his life. Yeah. I mean, I was dealing with somebody yesterday, Mar. We at our store, we're a nonprofit. We take community service people, and community service people need hours. They're giving back to the community by working hours. This particular person had 90 hours to do with us. And I set up a meeting with him. I said, he kept having reasons why he couldn't do this and reason why he couldn't do this.
There's a reason why he has to do community service.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. And I finally said, Billy, not his name, listen, I don't need to know all your reasons why. Tell me when you're available. I'll tell you if it can work. And he did. And I said, that doesn't work for me. And I said, well, then he said, well, he changed my mind. And I'll do it here and I'll do it here. And he kept changing my mind. And it was 14 phone calls. And I finally said, I'm just going to pass on this. Thanks so much. He said, well, wait a minute. You're getting free labor from me. I'm like, I'm not. I'm getting phone call after phone call from you. where you're telling me your life story. And I'm not trying to pick
it's
on
funny
anybody
because they believe they're providing us a service
Yeah.
when we're actually trying to do the same.
And I said that to him.
Providing
I
him
said, I
something.
don't need you. Because he said, well, you get me for free. I should be able to come when I want, or some form of that. I'm paraphrasing. And I said, I got to be honest with you. This is why it's not going to work. And I'm here to help you. But we're just here to allow you to do the hours. We don't need you to do the hours. And after he got unhappy, I said, you have a nice life. Good luck finding someplace else. I'm not saying that's annual pass holders, but it's pretty close. Like, annual pass holders want to get mad when they change a thing. That's crazy. So anyway, that's what I think. What do you think? I'm upset about the Zippity Doo Dah song. Not at all. I love the song. I can play it on Spotify. I can say Spotify right now, play it. It'd be fine. Doesn't bug me because it's not mine, right? It's not mine. And they're not, it's not like they're going to play something else there that I'm going to hate. It is what it is. But I do love that song. Yeah, Nana Barb says, I love that song. Hey, Jack Santa Claus Logan. 70 Bird Thomas in the house is definitely political bowing to satisfy. Probably. What song is going to take its place? The Jazz from the Crocodile? Not about. I like that, Blue Cheese. I love the tunes from Princess and the Frog.
I do love the music from Princess and the Frog. So, I mean, I'm happy to have that replace it.
Yeah, again, we don't get a vote, but how many great iconic Disney songs are there? I mean, it's not like they're hurting for great songs.
Right.
In my opinion.
And I think all the music.
I'd like to hear what
fun.
you guys think. I suspect my opinion is a minority opinion. I suspect people are mad. People want to be mad. And I guess I'd rather you be mad about a Disney song than, going out and burning down a town or something. So it is what it is. So we talked about the Florida man. Just to recap, wow, we're 40 minutes in. We've talked about crazy lunatic with the neck tattoo punching in the head a security guard and threatening to kill him. We talked about Josh D'Amaro from Disney Parks saying the reservation system is probably here to stay. We've talked about, nope, that's not it. We just talked about Zippity Doo Dah going away. Can we talk about TikTok? What? TikTok? Why would we talk about TikTok in Disney? So if you're a regular of my shows, if you're a regular of my channel, if you watched a lot of the stuff the last couple months, I have a strong opinion about TikTok and the Disney aspect of it. Christine Blair in the house, good morning to you. I'm really glad you're here. TikTok CEO Kevin Mayer just stepped down. Who's that, you say? Why are we talking about that on a Disney show? Kevin Mayer wanted to move up the ladder when Bob Iger stepped down from being a CEO. He wanted the spot, or certainly he wanted to be able to move up. Bob Chapek got it. Kevin Mayer saw an opportunity to take a job in TikTok. And what I said, what I read, and what I stated, what I believe is Kevin Mayer went to TikTok, owned by ByteDance, which is a piece of the Chinese Communist government, and went there to be the American face, to get paid to do pretty much nothing but be American face, so that they can continue to grow and do what they're doing, including taking data. I'm not trying to be a political lunatic here. I'm trying to say this is what I said months ago. Kevin, you left Disney because you were mad. Kevin, you're going to get a big check to do nothing. And guess what happened? Now that ByteDance is apparently having to sell, what's Kevin going to do? Nothing. So he resigned yesterday. I find this hilarious. It is exactly what I said would happen.
Yeah.
And of course, I did not know that the Trump administration was going to make them sell. I did not know that, but I knew Kevin was going to do nothing. And now that there's no job for Kevin to do nothing, I bet he got a big fat check in the beginning. TikTok CEO Kevin Mayer steps down amid pressure. TikTok chief executive Kevin Mayer has resigned just over 3 months after taking the post, the Financial Times reported early Thursday. 3 months after the post.
Wow.
That's crazy. Mayer made the decision to step down after President Trump ordered the popular app to be banned in the U.S. unless a parent company, ByteDance Inc. of Beijing, sold it within 90 days. In a letter to the employer, Mayer said, I got my money and I'm out. No, he didn't really say that, but I think it's pretty funny. What say you? Do you guys care? I actually think that TikTok's going to stay around now. What I've been saying for a long time is people, if you're trying to build, I have a show on Sunday nights called Creator Talk. Check it out. This week, we're going to talk about trolls, which will be a lot of fun. Sunday night, every Sunday night, 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Time. On that show, I've talked a lot about if you're building a following, if you're building a fan base, if you're trying to build anything over on TikTok, beware, because it might go away. I don't think it's going to go anymore. I do think that an American company is going to buy it, and I think it will stick around. I still don't know that I think it's a great place to build a community, but it might be. It could change because it just could change. I think the algorithm lies. It makes people think there are more people are watching than are, but That's kind of inside of baseball nerd stuff that doesn't really matter. But I find this hilarious. Kevin Meyer's not there anymore. He left Disney. He didn't get the spot he wanted. He didn't see a future. Might be a time to leave anyway. A young guy got the spot you want. Might be a time to leave. He's beautiful. But I thought it was funny that he went to TikTok, and I did not think it would be long. Didn't have any idea what happened this way, of course. But pandemic mode must be a new buzzword that will be, yeah, right, like social distancing. Hey, Jennifer White, how are you? Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Actually, he probably did. But like large corporations, says Triple D, that's Detroit Disney duo, are not thinking it will be over soon. They're planning a year out. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one. If Microsoft buys TikTok or Google buys it, TikTok is a dead project. I hear that Larry Ellison at Oracle is the leader. When I say I hear, it's just stuff I read. I don't think there's any chance Twitter's going to do it. I think the great and powerful Joe Rogan recently said Twitter will go the way of Blockbuster. And I agree with that. Jack Dorsey even came out yesterday. Jack Dorsey's the CEO of Twitter. Hey, Gary B. And said yesterday, people think I work hard because I'm a big, successful guy. I don't work that many hours. Yeah, exactly. It's clear. Twitter is a black hole of unhappiness. So anyway, I think Twitter will go the way of Blockbuster in a couple of years. Love you too, Hannah. I'm glad you're here. Everybody say hi to Gary. Just popped in. Glad you're here. What do you guys think? I'm on Twitter. I don't love it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not on TikTok. Just not interested. Do love social media. Don't have a problem with social media. Is that a real baby or a doll? Both is the answer. It would be creepy if she was holding a doll. Yeah.
It's our granddaughter.
She's my sweetie.
She's
Everly ever.
She's a little bit low, so you can't see her.
She's a little bit low?
Is. Yes, we sit low here on a chair, so you can't see her. There she is.
I have a sneeze.
She just woke up.
Oh.
So she usually sleeps through most of the show, but she's wiggling around today. There's Grandpa.
Sherry, awesome Sunset Travels and House. What's going on? Glad you were here. Yeah, she got a good big bow again, right?
Yeah, her mom put a bow on today.
So we got a couple more minutes. We talked a lot of Disney talk. Can we talk a little non-Disney? Because I think it's funny.
Okay. Would
that be okay with you guys? Do I have your permission to talk a little not Disney? Because I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on this. Imagine, if you will, a town right on the water. And you think, this place has got cheap land. It's beautiful, beautiful ocean view. Let's talk about that town, okay? I'm not going to say the name of the town. You tell me what you think. In 1957, this town was nearly destroyed by Hurricane Audrey. Storm surge of 12 feet and winds of 125 miles per hour caused deaths of more than 300 residents down. Nearly 50 years later, in late September of 2005, Hurricane Rita hit the same town. 15-foot storm surge and winds of 120 miles an hour destroyed much of the town. Everyone had evacuated beforehand. Then 3 years later, September 13th, 2008, Hurricane Ike leveled this town with a 12-foot storm surge while the town was still recovering from Rita in 2005. Ike destroyed more than 90% of the homes and caused catastrophic flooding in every part. 2010 report on the damage sustained from the effects of Hurricane Rita and Ike stated that a few people returned to the town to rebuild after the hurricanes due to stricter building codes and high insurance costs. Blah, blah, blah. Anybody tell me what the name of that town is? Any guesses? Any guesses at all? But I think everybody's saying bless me because I sneezed. It was a big one. It was like Dole Whip Island. Yeah. Should you move there? Any guesses on what town it is? Just throw out your guesses. Would you like a hint? It's in the news today.
Yeah, it's in the news today.
The town, it's a little small town of Cameron, Louisiana, which was the epicenter of today's landfall of Hurricane
I think I would
Laura.
move.
Are you kidding me?
Pretty sure.
It's like it's Cameron. It's Cameron, Louisiana, the same town that got hit today. So you know how when people say like lightning never hits people twice or never, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. The same exact little town, population 600, tiny little, nobody lives there hardly.
Well, that's because
Cameron, Louisiana.
Getting destroyed.
1957, 2005, 2008, and 2020. Today, Cameron, yes, Jay Skywalker won. Cameron, Louisiana. Is that nuts? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I got blown away. I'm reading last night about it. I love weather news. I'm a nerd for it. I one of my favorite things about living out here in Texas, there's a bunch of them, but we actually get real weather. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone's property to get damaged, but I love weather news. And so I stayed up pretty late watching it, and there wasn't a lot of stuff because it's dark. Hey, Ray J, what's going on, my man? So, it's hard to watch stuff overnight. So I got up early to watch it here today, but Cameron, Louisiana has been destroyed by 4 hurricanes already in the last 7 years. That's
totally crazy.
Nuts. And to be fair, magnificent Germany with Darian. To be fair, no one has moved back. There's only like 400 to 600 people who live there. So, it is what it is. But there's this. Blue Nose in the house. Everybody say hi to my buddy. Blue Nose. What's going on, my man? From last night, and, even though Mom doesn't like it, I'm just going to share my screen. Because I just don't want you guys to think I'm making this up. I read this last night. Ready for this? Now, take this with the grain of salt that is the news that I just read to you. At least 150 people refused to evacuate from Cameron Parish as Laura takes aim. This was posted last night a little before 9 o'clock Central Time. At least 150 people refused to evacuate a coastal Louisiana parish that could be covered by ocean water as Hurricane Laura makes landfall. Officials went door to door in Cameron Parish, urging the roughly 7,000 residents. And this is weird because I saw 600 and 7,000, which are vastly different, to get out before Laura struck. And they all use social media and phone calls to warn people. But Ashley Buller, assistant director of the Parish Office of Emergency Preparedness, said officials knew of about 150 people who decided to stay put in structures ranging from seemingly safe elevated homes to recreational vehicles.
What? That's crazy. Wow.
Are you kidding me? It's not like this in 1912 when you didn't know the storm was coming. Paximus in the house. What's going on, my man? Paximus. Mobile today. I'm glad you're here.
At risk because then they have to go try to figure out
The
how to
news
save
all
you.
day today will be trying to find that person who's sitting on top of that log.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough. You got to do what you got to do. I can't imagine if you live there not having a plan to leave, but people are people. And that's a great song, by the way, by Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
84, 85, 85. I don't know. Good stuff. Anyway, I just found that amazing. That Cameron is where it hit. That Cameron has already been decimated 3 separate times, now a 4th. Just blows me away. Blows me away. I think it's a funny thing to say, blow me away with a hurricane. But it is what it is, right? And then 150 people knowing that I could read that on the internet, knowing that I knew that before I went to bed, still chose to stay home. We lived by fires when we
did
early married in our younger days, and there were some fires. We have never had to evacuate. Actually, when we were moving from the house to the house we live in, from the house there, was the first time in my life, I hope I have this right, I don't want to lie to people, that I heard a tornado siren that wasn't a test.
Siren.
And we actually had to,
We
took
go to
shelter. It's not an evacuation. We didn't have to drive out of the state. I also have the story of, was it Dorian? Yeah, for the weekend when, or the week of, excuse me, when Galaxy's Edge opened up in Walt Disney World in Orlando. I was down there. Hey, Davey Crockett's here in the house. We,
down there, and the airport decided to close.
Yeah, so I had
home.
a flight, and they canceled my flight the morning of. Well, there's a hurricane coming in. What the heck, right? So anyway, I had to rent a car. Long story short, I rent a car as the entire state was evacuating. It was pretty interesting. I took a video. I made a video of it. It was pretty interesting stuff. I was in the massive cars, but there was definitely a train of cars coming in, and they were the big, huge, Red Cross trucks, and yes,
the
exactly.
power company cars.
The state, the utilities. It was fascinating stuff. You okay, buddy? So, anyway, interesting stuff. I like. Is she okay?
Yeah, she just drank too fast.
What's the matter, little princess?
She was hungry and got a little carried away.
Everly's. You guys want to see Everly some more?
She's sitting down right now.
Okay, you don't get to see Everly right now. What kind of idiot doesn't evacuate their RV when? Yeah, when I said that, I'm like, some people stay in their RV. Like, I'm a pretty, rugged individualist kind of guy. I'm pretty, take care of yourself and your family kind of guy. And I like the idea of being free. I mean, I don't think an RV life is for me, but I could get into that. That would be cool. But drive.
You'd have to pull a whole nother RV to hold all your Disney stuff.
That's true.
It wouldn't work.
But they're the people that are most. The reason to do that is you're most mobile. Just drive away. Drive.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They should just turn the
What am I
whole
missing?
town of Cameron into a giant RV park. So if you're gonna
I
live
think
there,
that the hurricanes
you
take
just
care of
go.
that every couple years. Yeah. I was in Okinawa when we were hit dead on by Super Typhoon Kirk.
Wow.
You know, I've watched video of a super typhoon in Okinawa. I don't know that it was that one. It was at a military base, and it was amazing video. I have no idea if it's the same one. I know it was Okinawa, so perhaps it was. I'm that nerd who stays up in the middle of the night and watches weather stuff. You give me a flood or a tornado YouTube video, I'm watching. Tina, Jeff's thumbnail could have been the idiot show. I almost went funny. But I didn't want to be Mr. Disrespectful. I'm behind the chat. What a beautiful baby girl. Oh, Michelle, thanks for being here. Just Samson's here with the eyeballs. I like the eyeball. I don't know how to do that. What's going on, my man? Glad you're here.
Sure what she wants to do.
Well, and that's actually probably a good place to end up. So let's talk about what we talked about, and let's tell you what else is going on this week and on other places today. So we led off with super loser guy punching a security guard in the head and threatening his life because he didn't want his kid to have to wear a different mask. And he's hopefully in jail now. I know he goes arrested. We talked about hurricane a little bit. We talked about don't move to Cameron. I mean, I'm guessing property is going to be really cheap next week, but I think that it's probably a short-term project for you. I just died. Drive. Yeah, just drive. Just go for it. I think that. Well, I'll shut up there. We talked about Kevin Meyer, the CEO of TikTok, and how he kind of did exactly what I said. I mean, I could go back into my videos or my live streams or whatever and talk about when I was making fun of this guy leaving Disney for TikTok and what a stupid decision, although I'm sure he got a nice pile of money up front.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure he got all the money. Hey, girlfriend.
somebody's going potty. And good for him. What do I care? I don't know Kevin Meyer from Adam. Kevin, you want to come on the show? We'll talk about it. Come on over. Disney Creator Talk. We can talk about it. And if he made a bundle of money from China, cool with me. What do I care? But I'd rather probably work for Disney in a top level executive position. But that's just me. Another reason why we're friends, Jeff. I storm chase. Do you? Oh, that's right. Blue Nose. I didn't know I was reading Blue Nose. I thought I was reading somebody else. Blue Nose. I've never storm chased. It's honestly, I want to so bad. So. Sidebar, we're going to run out of money. So I run a nonprofit. We used to when we had events, and we probably will do again in the future, auctions. And one of the things I've wanted to do is, you have Ranger game tickets or Cowboy game tickets or event things. I wanted to do a Storm Chaser package, and I wanted to get two. And I want to buy one and do it, and then auction one off. But I've never done it. I'm Reed Timmer. I know he's just famous from the TV shows and stuff, but I follow him and a bunch of other ones. It's one of my favorite. This is so bad. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you. It's one of my favorite things about living in Texas is that there's actual little tornadoes. Isn't that crazy?
That's one of the first things we did when we moved here is we took a weather class.
Yeah, we became weather certified
weather
nerds.
watchers
Yeah.
Because
I never got my sticker.
we needed to know what we were dealing with. 'Cause
Well,
you don't have real weather. in
I like it,
California.
but so we were in after school programs. I honestly feel like I needed to be informed because the world. I don't usually trust other people's brains, so I wanted to know what I needed to know, and I don't feel like I do enough yet. But being part of that system just sounds cool. But I've never done it, Blue Nose. I want to so bad. We should do it. You want to do it? We could shoot. We could be a YouTuber meetup. Are you Chicago? Boy, we like really between me and you is where the all the action is. I think you're Chicago. Am I remembering that right? Anyway, whatever. I love it. I'm excited about it. I don't want anyone to die. I don't want any property to damage. So I just hope you stay in the middle of. I think that's why God put Oklahoma there, so no one would live there. It could be all flat, and I could go chase tornadoes. Right? People don't live in Oklahoma.
Yes, they do.
I've driven through Oklahoma. There's nobody there. There's a fun McDonald's that you can drive under, though. I do enjoy that. Was watching Reed Timmer replay. He's fun. I know people kind of make fun of him. I love watching that guy. I don't trust right, Dean? I don't. So anyway, we're running out of time. So Pat Flynn, Income Stream, is where I always send people if you want to learn how to make money. Oh, that's right. I've heard Kelly used to storm chase. I forgot that. He's told me that before. I've never done it. I really want to. Okay. If you want to learn how to make money online, if you want to build a business, if you want to grow your business and you think online is part of it, the Income Stream is where to go. Pat Flynn, not a personal friend, just a guy. I'm a fanboy of his. Big fan of what he teaches, and he goes live every day right after the show. Also, Myers and the Mouse, they often go this hour or the next hour. So watch for that. But more than that, and most importantly for me today, NFL Watch Party is tonight. Me and Kelly from Myers and the Mouse and Pete McDevitt on Pete McDevitt's channel, who was in the chat earlier. Pete, if you're still here, you can say hi. So they can see you. But it doesn't matter. Pete McDevitt, NFL Watch Party. It's every Thursday night during the football season. It's going to rotate between Kelly's channel, my channel, and Pete's channel. I know it's a little confusing. That's what they want to do. It is what it is. But yeah, we're having our NFL fantasy football draft tonight. So that'll be fun. You can come make fun of anybody who I pick. And if they're a Cowboy, I'll be happy. Or a Charger. Come a Charger now.
What's a big yawn?
Big yawn. Then tomorrow night, Disney Pins Live on my channel. Disney Pins Live. We give away Disney Pins. We talk about Disney Pins. It's pretty fun. We do a Disney Pin Live giveaway once a month now instead of every week. But that's coming up. And then Sunday, Disney Creators Live. Dave and Brandy are my friends, and Brandy and Dave will be on for the second time. Very few people have been on my show twice, but they've grown a lot. Disney, that wasn't a thing when Dave was on. Brandy's got her own thing on Instagram, growing really big. So we're going to talk to them about all the changes in the past year and just have some fun. They're awesome. They also have one of my favorite Disney podcasts, which we'll talk about. Hey, beautiful. I love you. And then Disney Creator Live, we're going to talk about Trolls. We're going to talk about Trolls, and I'm going to make a video to promote that later today. That's it. We're almost done. We got like 2 minutes left. The fact that, what are you doing?
I dropped her passy, and she's about done. So we're probably going to sign off. Sign off, Everly.
We're leaving.
Bye.
There's like 2 minutes left of the time. That's it. We'll end there. Bye,
Okay.
baby. I love you. She's gone. I did most of the talking today anyway, but whatever. The show's a little different with the baby now.
Yeah, like that.
Really? Really? Everly after. Everly ever after.
Happily ever.
Whatever. That's all. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. I'll be over on the income stream with Pat Flynn in about 3 minutes, and I will certainly be on tonight on Pete McDevitt's channel, NFL Watch Party, where I get to draft all the good players, and hopefully Pete and Kelly draft very, very poorly, so I can make fun of them the whole year on NFL Watch Party every Thursday night. All right? Friday night, Disney Pins Live. Good morning, Disney, every morning. Are you not entertained? That's enough. Have fun storming the castle. Thanks for being here, guys. Later.